Greetings, law fans. Welcome to Legaleze 101, Episode 3, Contributory Negligence. I'm excited about this one because this is a wacky doctrine. Not many states in our union recognize it. Actually, only 4 states right now and 1 district recognize it. Those are North Carolina, our state, Maryland, Virginia, Alabama, and Washington, D.C. That's the district that I was talking about, the District of Columbia. Well, what does contributory negligence mean? I'm so glad you asked. First, I'll start with at least the beginning of Black's Law Dictionary's definition of contributory negligence. It goes on forever and ever, but that's sort of why I do this little thing, is to break these things down and make them a little bit more understandable. But let's begin. Black's Law Dictionary says contributory negligence is the act or omission amounting to want of ordinary care on part of complaining party, which, concurring with defendant's negligence, is proximate cause of an injury. What you talking about, Black's Law Dictionary? Let me try to break it down for you. As you'll recall, negligence is really just acting unreasonable, or not acting as a reasonable person would in the same circumstances. Contributory negligence is really when both parties are acting unreasonable or not acting as a reasonable person would under the same set of circumstances. The effect of this doctrine is to bar the recovery, completely bar the recovery of the complaining party against the defending party when that complaining party is found to be negligent as well. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're going towards an intersection and you have a green light. Let's say you're speeding a little bit, maybe 20 miles an hour the speed limit, maybe texting, talking on the phone, or doing your hair, putting on your makeup, something like that. But maybe being a little inattentive and going too fast. A person coming perpendicular to your lane of travel has a red light, but they go through it. Clearly going through the red light, negligence, no doubt, not acting reasonably. But since you're not being very attentive and you're going too fast, even though you have a green light, it sounds like you might be negligent as well. Now, in that situation, both parties' negligence might be a proximate cause, meaning they made this happen, of the injury sustained by either party. But since both are negligent, neither can recover from the other. In North Carolina, if you have an accident caused by another party's negligence, and the defendant claims contributory negligence, by the way, we call that contrib for short often, and if the jury finds you even 1% at fault, you can't recover anything from the person who's 99% at fault. Yeah, I know that sounds kind of iffy when you put it like that. There are some situations where it sort of makes sense. Maybe in my previous example, that might be a fair outcome. But in some situations, it doesn't make sense at all. The vast majority of states have seen fit to modify this law and have adopted a version of what we call comparative negligence. In a situation under comparative negligence where you have one party who's 99% at fault and another party who's 1% at fault, that 1% party can recover 99% of their damages from the person who's 99% at fault. That, to me, seems pretty fair. So far, our legislature hasn't agreed with me as of yet, but hopefully that day will come. There are other variations of comparative negligence, but we won't talk about those today, and maybe not ever, until North Carolina adopts one of those, or is getting ready to adopt one of those. Fingers crossed. Well, what's the upshot of this today? Contributory negligence, or contrib as we call it, is dangerous and can keep a deserving person from recovering. So watch those tricky insurance companies. In the meantime, if you have an injury and you want to get some help, call me. Make sure those insurance companies don't use that whole contributory negligence doctrine against you to unfairly stop you from recovering. Thanks for joining me today. Look forward to hearing from you. Hope you have a great day.